G.I. Joe against Cobra, the enemy, fighting to save the day. He never gives up. He's always there.
Hey there, guys and gals. I am that 80s nostalgic toy guy, and welcome back to the Collector's Table.
Welcome back.
Today we are officially beginning my classified series unboxings, and we're going to do it with a bang here with this most recent classified series edition. It is the PulseCon exclusive deluxe version here of Serpentor with his air chariot.
I am Serpentor, and I must rule. This I command!
I was crazy bummed whenever I didn't get in on the pre-order on that first batch, but a friend came through. He had an extra, and I thank him very much for, selling me his extra. And he did not even come close to making me, pay what this thing is actually worth. And that right there, my friends, is the sign of a great friend when they don't try to pilfer your wallet, because you see that I love to buy things. Thank you very much, sir. You know who you are.
My pleasure.
So we get like this deluxe version, box and cover here that comes with this Serpentor figure. And it is a lot. It is a crazy amount of packaging here. But we have that nice sized air chariot in here. And we have that totally awesome Serpentor figure in there. But you see all that box artwork there, especially that awesome battle scene there. We have a Serpentor, and Cobra Commander and some of the Cobra figures there in an epic battle.
Then start by deciding where you want to be buried.
We have the Cobra logo just all over this thing. You have the number 57 for Serpentor here. We see that nice Cobra logo there. And just really cool box artwork, I think. I like the packaging. Let's get this box off here. Let's go ahead and get this figure out of the box. While I'm sliding this out, let me know if you're a G.I. Joe Classified Series collector. I was kind of late to get to the game of collecting these Classified Series figures. Those first few that came out, it took me a little bit to get into the Classified Series. But man, once I started buying them and getting them, and now I have a big, huge stack of them to go over, I really did start to like and love the Classified Series. I just love the G.I. Joe, just the name, the brand. I love the Real American Hero line, so I always try to compare the newer lines and everything to that. So, Serpentor came out first in 1986 with the comics and in the cartoon series. Let's just talk about the Classified Series. Serpentor, G.I. Joe, Cobra, all of it. All the old stuff, the new stuff, and every series in between. And while we're doing that, while we're leaving comments and talking back and forth, go ahead, hit like on this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and hit that notification bell, that way you don't miss out on future G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxings and videos, and all my other G.I. Joe videos.
Hail Serpentor! Hail Serpentor! Attend me.
And then we see that awesome logo. Everything is just kind of continued on after that half sleeve's gone. I love this box where you just open it up and boom, here we go. We see that Serpentor figure, and then all those extras in there and more totally awesome box artwork. And inside this box, we're assuming that the air chariot there is right behind that cartoon image, that animation, that artwork there of the air chariot. All right, I'm going to take a moment here and pop all this stuff out of here.
Here is your uniform and your air chariot.
Hail, omnipotent one!
All right, guys and gals, there is that Serpentor figure right there. This just really crazy, huge, deluxe-like version here. Serpentor looks absolutely amazing. I really, really love all that detail on there. This figure, he is huge. He is mammoth. He is massive. He is really big compared to the other figures in this toy line. And so too is the packaging. the air chariot, all this stuff. There are so many extras on this figure. We're going to go ahead and we'll have a close-up video at the end of this unboxing review video for you to go ahead and check out that. A little bit close-up detail there. Looks really, really cool. I was very excited to get this sucker.
You've got them eating out of your hands, Serpentor.
I've liked Serpentor since 1986. He looks amazing. So I gave you that chance to look at him with all that decor on there, all those snakes and everything that wrap him. That gold, that dark gold and light golden colors. And then we go back here and see this awesome cloth like cape that wraps around his arm here. Then just go over him. It actually, he wears it. So it's like a, you know, like a cape, like robe like thing. You would leave that on there like that. So it looks pretty cool. Of course, you got the snake cowl that goes over there. And let me see here with the articulation. You know, I know that the neck right there, the head would move. If this right here was detached, it actually attaches to the top of the head and back here on the back side of his top of his back.
I have been created fully sentient, all-knowing, and all-powerful!
He has that ab crunch movement, which is pretty cool, and the swivel movement at the waist, which is really nice. Just a huge hulking figure with like these scale-like, snake scale-like feelings on these arms, and the snake scale-like look and artistry and detail throughout this figure. He is just absolutely amazing as a character and as a collectible figure. I mean, he just really stands out in any collection, not just the G.I. Joe collection.
You insolent microbe! I am not symbolic!
I don't want to tear up this sucker right out of the box, but there he goes. He moves with that shoulder really nicely. He's got that swivel motion there at the top of the bicep. Then he's got these nice elbows here, these double jointed elbows with that elbow covering right there. Really nice artwork on those little elbow joint covers there with that double jointed elbow, and really nice movement. Looks like he only gets one set of hands. That's all we need. It does a little nice movement there. These are really nice figures. This is actually my first time holding one of my G.I. Joe classified figures. They're all in the box, waiting to be unboxed and added to my collection. I've got them all, and we're going to go through them all here on the channel. This is just the first.
I'm here today because I'm addicted.
So those hands right there are both hands that hold, because we get some weapons and some staffs and everything with this, which we'll go over here momentarily. But back to the articulation, after we've looked over this figure, like I said, we see that snake, and of course the snake belt buckle right there. It kind of just wraps around that abdomen, the torso, and the chest of this Serpentor figure. Just absolutely amazing. That is continued down here at the bottom here. We really see it looks like almost like a snake-like wrap around this armor down here on his, his calf and his shin right there. That looks really, really nice.
I am your emperor and master!
I hear and obey.
We're seeing that, like we said, that swivel motion there, and then all this motion here right there at the legs where he can just do lots of movements, okay? He's a slithering snake-like dictator here, so he's got to have great movement. And he's got some more swivel motion. Oh yeah, that's nice. Right there at the top of the thigh, so for maximum movement and posability. We come down here to the knees. We're going to be very careful with this. See about the movement here. Yes, we got some movement there with that double jointed knee there. And then we have that knee cover there again, just like the elbow cover for that double jointed knee. For maximum posability down here to, end the articulation. We got really nice feet right there that move back and forth and side to side and front and back and all over the place. So this G.I. Joe classified series, Serpentor, can move his way around. A really, really cool, awesome, head sculpt there and face look right there. Really cool detail. They really did an amazing job on that. Before we go over the air chariot, let's go ahead and hit on all those accessories for Serpentor. He gets an extra little headpiece here, a little cowl. We have the cowl right there that kind of covers his whole head there. And then you have that cowl right there that actually can go on there and attach to the back. Just in case this wasn't snaky enough, we get an extra little snake there, his little snake pet there, his little snake sidekick right there. That thing's actually pretty cool there in and of itself. I gotta keep that away from my daughter. She loves these little plastic snakes. She's got a ton of them. And I don't want to have this one in her collection. I'm being very selfish with this. I want this in my collection. All right, we got Serpentor sword there. Man, the S's are running wild here within this Serpentor figure unboxing and review here. Really, really nice. You know, for a little extra accessory there in that sword. We'll take that. So if you saw in my review here so far, you saw that hole, that opening there that's on the forearm, the right forearm of Serpentor. You'll see that right there. That actually is there for a reason. Now, do I like it being open like that all the time? No. I wish there was some sort of like covering that goes over it. But, you know, it's a minor, you know, detail that I don't like, but nothing crazy, nothing that makes me rue the day that I got this. So that hole right there coincides with this, like, you know, the fang-like weapon right there. That's what that right there looks like to me. That fang-like claw weapon that goes inside there, and it just attaches inside that armor piece just like that, that hole, and it covers that up. And if I can, I'm most likely going to keep that in there to cover that hole up. But he gets these two extra pieces, the staff here, the gold staff with that awesome Cobra head there. Look at that. That's really awesome. That's really cool. That's going to find its way into this hand, which looks to be very malleable, very movable. With a nice little snake head there on that. That's really cool. Heck, if I want to keep this with him, I'll just go ahead and just put that darn thing in his hand there so I don't lose it. We have so many pieces here. You have another more long, like fang-like, claw-like, hook-like piece that can go over top here. Now I'm going to set Serpentor down, and we're going to put that air chariot together and go over that air chariot before I bid you adieu. We're going to go ahead and pop this main piece on here, of course, that front part that's prominent on the front of this air chariot, that Cobra head, the Cobra top part of his body. We're going to pop that on here just like that, and it goes on there very nicely. As you see, this thing is really, really cool. You know, I can give you a little bit of a 360 back and forth spin on this. The detail on this thing is absolutely amazing before we start getting all those other pieces and components on there. There's a top view, looks really, really cool. The front view, really, really awesome. Some components of that air chariot there, and like, you know, the decals and everything that aren't stickers are kind of painted on there, which is really nice.
Sergeant Slaughter, that my first act as a sentient being was to knock you unconscious.
And then the bottom part, which has these awesome landing gear that come out. I'm not going to pull those out. I've heard people have problems with those, but they pop down. You got to pop, you pop them out here. There's one. Okay, we'll see. There's one that pops out like that. I'm not going to do any more on that. You understand, but there it is. Those are the landing gear pieces. There's a lot of the look of this air chariot. There's a few more pieces to put on it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then we'll fully look at this sucker before I give you the close-up view. Before we move on, this right here, his mouth opens. I just saw that. That's awesome. His mouth opens, and it looks like his tongue is in there, and it's like some sort of weapon or a machine gun or gun weapon there that's inside of his mouth. That is absolutely cool and awesome right there. As if Serpentor wasn't, you know, dangerous enough, he's got his air chariot with that awesome weapon inside there. We're going to leave that open like that. That looks menacing.
Dirty fool, Serpentor! No weapon!
We got the handles there, the steering mechanism for the air chariot. We're going to pop that on. We got a couple tail fin pieces we're going to pop onto this air chariot here. This air chariot right here has some firepower. So we have those awesome guns, weapons that mount on this thing. And each one of those weapons, those firing weapons in the front part there on the side of this air chariot have their own little ammo sleeves there.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
And there they are in all their awesome air chariot beauty. Look at those things sticking off there. You can see them that way, and you look at that way, you see them. I wanted you to see that so you can see these weapons in all their awesome glory, and you can see those ammo sleeves right there, is what I call them, that feed into the back of those awesome weapons there. And you can see this thing is looking absolutely amazing.
The essence of my knowledge is this. I order, you obey and fear me.
This piece right here, I wanted to say, is the last piece for Serpentor here that I wanted to let you know that when I went over this extra piece of the cowl on Serpentor that goes on in place of the other cowl that he's wearing, this piece attaches to the back of the top of his shoulders there, and then this piece right here, this detachable piece, actually goes on top of Serpentor's head. Ah! Serpentor has lost the top of his head. That's absolutely nuts, but it comes off like that. We slit that down there. We take this piece right here. We can attach this to the back there, and then that allows his head to have that swivel motion and movement that I was talking about earlier in the unboxing and review, and you can actually move that. So we have that extra top piece right there with those awesome fangs there of that Cobra to actually complete that that look there if you want to make it so that he can actually swivel and move his head. And I absolutely love that. I like that because I can kind of make his head kind of cock to the side or look a certain way that you can't do with that stationary cowl there.
I'd like to see you do that again, Serpentor!
As you can see, just looks absolutely amazing. We'll give you one more little 360 look here of this beautifully made figure here. It's really nice, really center of balance. It's got really nice center of balance. It's a really nice figure. It's got a lot of detail, as you can see. Really awesome, amazing. I would do a 360. Let's do a 360 that way, and you'll see he looks absolutely amazing, that air chariot. Now, what you're going to see here, Serpentor will actually sit on this via these two pegs here that go in the bottom of Serpentor's feet. I had to swap these two weapons here, these front-firing weapons here. I had to swap them out because that ammo sleeve right there points in that way and blocks those pegs. Now they're pointed the right way. Those pegs are now visible right there, and we can put Serpentor on here. And there he is, firmly planted on this air chariot, looking absolutely awesome and menacing there.
Sportsmanship is not one of my attributes!
That G.I. Joe Classified Series, number 57, Serpentor. Kind of like just like a deluxe figure with all the boxing and the actual size of this guy compared to the other figures and compared to everything else in my G.I. Joe current collection here. This thing is absolutely amazing. As we go over here and give you one last 360 look before we do the close-up video, where we're going to see the air chariot by itself and Serpentor by itself.
To you, my loyal Vipers, and to those watching this broadcast, this city is mine.
I am that 80s Nostalgic Toy Guy. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for doing all you do to make my channel the success it is. I appreciate you very much. Go ahead and hit that like button for me before I leave. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can have you as a subscriber. I'd really love that. And hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxings and all my G.I. Joe videos in general. I love the toy brand. I love the action figure toy lines, all of them. I look forward to getting back to the collector's table real soon to unbox something awesome, something cool, something old, or something new. Serpentor is out for blood. He is heading out to go after Cobra Commander. He's headed out to go after G.I. Joe. It doesn't matter. He's going to take them all out. Before he tears up my hobby room, I'm going to have to get out of here. I'll see you back at the collector's table real soon.